This is absolutely out of control, and it ends now. 54 and counting tips came into Fortify, Florida last night, okay? That means investigators in the school district have been running around the clock to investigate these tips, which are all turning out to be false. So far, it's cost $21,000 to do these investigations. We have 2 in custody. We have an investigation looking at 1 other individual. So far this year, there have been 207 threats who have come in. We've arrested 7 people for written threats to kill. 1 student, if you remember, tried to bring a loaded firearm into a mainland football game. We've had 11 weapons on our campuses this year. So what we're going to start doing Monday is, since parents, you don't want to raise your kids, I'm going to start raising them. Every time we make an arrest, your kid's photo is going to be put out there. And if I could do it, I'm going to perp walk your kid so that everybody can see what your kid's up to. The second point of this is, if I can any way find out that a parent knew what was going on and wasn't doing anything, your is getting perp walked with them. The purpose of Fortify Florida is to send in tips that we're going to investigate because you believe something is going to happen. To keep sending in these tips over and over and over again and think it's a big joke and nothing's going to happen to it. Starting Monday, we're going to have a billboard. We're going to have a poster out. I'm going to show you every kid that's been arrested and where they go to school. And then from there on out, we're going to publicly shame them and their parents. So parents, do your job. Don't let Sheriff Chitwood raise your kids. This is absolutely ridiculous. Go talk to the families who have lost a loved one in a school shooting. These little knuckleheads think it's funny. Go talk to those parents and see how funny this is. It's not. We're going to come and get you, and we're going to put you out for public embarrassment. And I know of a set of parents right now that they're looking at $11,000 each because somebody's paying this bill.
Sheriff Chitwood, dude, you are a star. The star in your chest, you're a sheriff. But, dude, you are a rock star. I love this. I absolutely love this. This whole sense of entitlement. And I don't know where the hell this stuff came up from. But this whole sense of entitlement that people have that, hey, we can do anything and it's okay. Well, you know what? Sheriff Chitwood is saying it's not okay. I mean, the number of tips that they've received, the number of calls that they've had to respond to, the number of man hours that they've had to put in to try to find out whether this is a legit threat or not is staggering. And these people think it's funny. They think it's all fun and games. We can do this and it's cool. Well, you know what? Sheriff Chitwood is saying it's not cool. And let's not forget, too, when first responders go to a mass shooting call, it's everybody. It's all hands on deck. These men and women who are out there protecting us, to serve us, to respond to emergencies, they're having to rush to these calls. They're running lights, they're running sirens, and they're putting themselves at risk because they're trying to get there as fast as they possibly can to stop whatever's going on. And it's not only them that goes at risk, but it's everybody on the road. If somebody doesn't see, doesn't hear, then bam, you have an accident and somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody could die. This is just absolutely ridiculous. I applaud what Sheriff Chitwood is doing. I think this is exactly what we need to be doing. We need to be doing this not only in Florida, but we need to be doing it in every state, in every municipality, in every city, in every county. We need to make these people responsible. And for you people that are walking around and you get arrested by the police or you get detained by the police and you start this, I can't breathe, please stop. Do you realize how stupid you look by yelling, I can't breathe, over and over again? If you couldn't breathe, trust me, you wouldn't be saying, I can't breathe. You just wouldn't be doing it. It's time that people start taking responsibility for their own actions instead of making society the blame and the cause of what you're doing. You're doing your stuff. You want to act out. You want to get all this attention. Well, you know what? people are going to start paying attention. And Mike Chitwood is a prime example. This guy is going, we've had enough. We're going to stop this. And regardless of your age, if you're a child, and normally news agencies, they block out, they don't post the child's name, they don't post pictures or whatever, for privacy purposes. But he's saying, dude, we're going to perp walk your kid. And not only we're going to perp walk your kid, but if the parent knows about this or had information about it and didn't do anything, they're going to charge those families too. And they're going to charge them the bill that it costs for those emergency services. I think it's awesome. Dude, rock on. Do this more and more. And you're going to stop some of this silliness. You're going to stop some of this stupidity, because that's what it is. It is absolutely stupidity. For anybody to think that this is a good thing to do. I'm a firearms instructor. I teach people how to use firearms safely. And the reason I do what I do is because people have guns at home. They have guns at home for their personal protection, but you have to be responsible about it. And if these people are silly enough to let their kids have access and think it's cool and they can do all these school shooting, try to get attention, here's a fact for you. 43% of all school shootings are done by a student. It's not somebody coming in from the outside. It's somebody in the inside, a student. And mom and dad, you need to do your job. I'm a parent of 3 sons. I'm a grandparent to 5 children. And if one of my kids did something like this, or if one of my grandchildren did something like this, I would go absolutely ballistic. And you need to get mad, but you don't need to get mad at society. You don't need to get mad at the police. You need to get mad at yourself, and you need to hold your child responsible for their actions. You've got to take control. This has gone on way too long. This has gone on way too far. And we as a society need to go, hey, we've had enough of this. This stupid actions need to stop. Okay? We just need to stop. We all need to take a little time out and go, let's not do these stupid things. The internet makes everything possible. We can see in real time what's going on, and everybody has a phone. We all have this Wi-Fi capability. You can post things like that instantly. But this is the kind of stupid stuff that doesn't need to be posted. It doesn't need to be shared, and it doesn't need to be liked. Because this is the kind of stupid stuff that gets people hurt and people killed. And what's worse is it makes parents afraid. If I had a child that was in school right now, I would be afraid. I really, really would. I can't imagine sending your child to school and they're running, mass shooting drills. I mean, when I was a kid, we were running fire drills in case there was a fire, or tornado drills, things like that. But to run a mass shooting drill, that just blows my mind. I mean, why even have that? The reason we have that is because we have people that are doing these kinds of things, that are making actual threats, that are taking steps, and they're bringing guns to school. Guns don't belong in school. Books belong in school. Our children need to be educated. They don't need to be afraid. And there's no reason for that. There's no reason that a child should have to go to school and be afraid that they could be a victim of a mass shooting. We have too good of a country. We have too great of a nation. And it's time to stop. So I say to Mike Chitwood and every other chief of police, sheriff that wants to follow in his footsteps, do it. Please do it. Please make these kids responsible. Make the parents responsible. Well, I hope you like, share, and subscribe to this video. I know I'm kind of ranting about it, but I'm not ranting because I want to make a point. I'm ranting because I'm actually mad. I'm actually upset about this stuff, because this is the kind of stuff that we just don't need more of. We need none of. Until then, I'll see you on the range.